Happy Thursday to you, and thank you for being a part of the program on this 18th day of May. A beautiful day in the neighborhood weather-wise. Of course, your forecast coming in a few moments. Also, on a weather-related note, I do have the official study released from the National Weather Service about the confirmed tornado in McGoffin County earlier this week, and some photographs and a complete list of information to give you. We can show you within great detail after their study was done exactly what happened and where. We will also hear from Miss Kennedy Stacy, our national champions D3 basketball from Trancey, the undefeated season, the championship win, and how, as I let the cat out of the bag a little bit last night, at least on the show, I'm sure friends and family obviously already knew, but we get to watch her play again next year due to a 5th year of eligibility, and I'm so excited about that and to bring you the story about her being honored yesterday at the McGoffin County High School, McGoffin County Fiscal Court coverage, and number of other reports, including a big distribution day at the Middle Fork Fire Department. I'm going to take you there in just a few seconds via some video from one of our friends, and they're going to show you what they've been unloading from a tractor trailer to give out tomorrow to the community. But first, there are so many reasons that we really hope that you buy and support the Sagersville Independent. I mean, newspapers are a very important staple to our news and to our communities and the things that they can do that just can't be done on TV, digitally, or elsewhere, but they face the challenges, of course, from all those mediums. But having things like this is a very good case in point. That being that today's edition of the Sagersville Independent has our top story, one of our top stories, the McGoffin County High School track team advancing to state, the election results rundown, a lot of other important stories, our Pet of the Week from the McGoffin County Animal Shelter. But it's also our graduation tab, of course, as this week is graduation from McGoffin County High School. Not only will you find our graduating class of 2023, current day, well, you'll find them as they were in the Sagersville Independent a few years ago. Yes, back saying what they wanted to be when they grew up, as ran and published in the Sagersville Independent in 2011. Those little ones, not all of them, of course, but as many as we could squeeze in, Heather has gone back out of the archives and brought forward that, of course, and it's just it's some familiar faces and names just that I see, and that's going to be a fun one. So be sure and pick that up when you can. With that said, I'm going to pause just for a few seconds. We'll go ahead and start with the weather, that being past weather earlier this week and the National Weather Service's assessment of the now EF1 tornado that they say touched down briefly in McGoffin County.
This is not Led Zeppelin. This is Get the Letter.
You've been coolin', baby, I've been drooling. Did you ever really need somebody? Really need a break? Did you ever really want somebody? The best love you ever had?
Get the Letter.
McGoffin Farm Bureau and manager Doug Green are proud to welcome Agent Jeff Salyer to the agency. Jeff's lifelong knowledge of the community and our people make him an immediate asset for all of your auto, home, life, commercial, and retirement investments. They're waiting for your call or visit at McGoffin Farm Bureau. There's no missing that this is the new McFarland and Tinker Law Office location on the Mountain Parkway in the former Farm Bureau building in Sagersville, just like there's no denying that their nearly 60 years of legal experience has won their clients millions and millions of dollars in disability, auto accident, and wrongful death cases. It's where your case matters to you and to us. McFarland and Tinker, also Griffey approved. Get great deals on the greatest brands at Conley Tire with up to $150 back on Goodyears, $100 on Hancooks, $100 on Mickey Thompson's, $125 on Yokohamas. And you can always pay now or later. Plus quick service with oil changes, brake jobs, $35 computer diagnostics to fix and repair your ride at Conley Tire and ConleyTire.net. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or relative. and about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
As I told you on last night when we spoke with Judge Executive Matt Wireman, he had some preliminary information from the National Weather Service survey team who had, along with Magoffin County Emergency Management, studied and confirmed that indeed a tornado did touch down on a hillside on the southwestern portion, or in the southwestern area of Board Tree, initially snapping a few hardwood trees as it descended a slope, essentially topping a lot of trees, high and a few close to the ground, staying on the ground only briefly, but getting relatively close to some structures. So initially the tornado, which stayed mainly into the trees at various heights, snapped a few hardwood trees and then came down a slope and crossed Board Tree Fork and then crossed Board Tree Road itself and then went on up the hollow near Williams Arnett Cemetery Road. There were 3 structures, including a home that's being built, as well as a pine tree immediately to the northeast of Board Tree Road that sustained no visible damage. It remained mostly elevated over the mouth of the hollow. Some roofing material was removed from a barn located adjacent to the intersection of Williams Arnett Cemetery Road and Board Tree, and a swath of some uprooted trees were noted at elevations of about 20 to 50 feet above the mouth of the hollow. There was evidence the tornado reached all the way to the bottom of the hollow, and several dozen trees were uprooted and snapped, including some across Williams Arnett Cemetery Road. A second barn on the left side of the hollow sustained again just some minor roof damage. It appeared to weaken with less visible damage as it approached the ridgeline. It traveled north, turned northeast, passed a couple hundred yards to the south, close to a cell phone tower there at the crest of the ridge, weakened to an EF0 before just dissipating. Maximum sustained winds were said to be at 100 miles per hour at the most intense point. The total path, 0.67 miles, and the total width, or the widest width, was about 150 yards. Up next, coverage of last night's Magoffin County Fiscal Court meeting. We'll pick out 2 topics of discussion therein. One, which will be coverage, which you just have to have nowadays. And if you've seen the news over the years, well, you certainly can attest to that and agree with me there. That's video camera surveillance coverage of the last of Magoffin County's parks now being agreed upon, which will greatly, they believe, curtail what has just been continued vandalism and things of that nature in the Ramey Park for a number of years. And as they are continuing to invest in and upgrade the Ramey Park, they're hoping that this installation of these security system cameras will curtail just hopefully all of that.
This is something we've been working on for a few years. We're going to have coverage. This will include all the equipment, and then we have a monthly service fee that we have to prove as contractual. But we're going to have coverage all over the park. Hopefully that will deter a lot of the drug activity and illegal activity at the park. It'll be monitored by our 911 staff and select administrators in my administration, and we just like we do at Bloomington and at Half Mountain. You know, we've already seen the benefits of having them at Half Mountain when there was that. We want to drive all over the place up there and those things. This has been a long time coming, and hopefully once we get it, I said the people that's doing that stuff are going to do it somewhere, but I don't want to do it down there where the kids are. I don't want to go in dugouts and finding needles, and they don't need them down there doing donuts and putting people's lives in danger. Because you can't have somebody down there 24/7 watching the place, but we can't have cameras watching. So
There'll be several cameras built in.
the plan is what we done. We put the scoreboards up. We ran external power out there, so we're going to put them on each of the scoreboards.
Yeah.
And they'll be in a circle. They'll be pointing all different directions, overlapping, so that nothing will be missed.
So it
Then we'll
covers it
start
all.
getting back down toward the pool. It'll be a little more broken up, but we'll have all the high traffic areas and we'll have everything covered.
Yeah.
Announced before adjournment was a special meeting to be held next Tuesday at 6 o'clock, which may, and hopefully may not, result in redistricting. With the census, of course, rolling around every 10 years and some significant changes population-wise to McGoffin counties, as that's why everyone is encouraged to fill out that census information. There will have to be a committee appointed to determine as to whether or not redistricting would have to happen due to population shifts within our magisterial voting districts.
We're going to have another special call meeting to appoint a reapportionment commission. After the census, every 10 years, we have to appoint a commission to look at the census data and make sure that all the magisterial constable districts are equitable, not equal. They have to be no more than a 10% variance from the most populous district to the least populous district. And what this commission will do, will look at all the census data and the boundaries, political boundaries, and look at where the people reside and see if we can leave it alone or if we have to adjust it. Like I said, if it's less than 10% from the most to the least, we can leave everything alone, come in, say it's good, and move on for another 10 years or to the next census. If it's not, then that's when the work begins, and we have to start looking, do we move this precinct over to another ridge line and take in another hollow to get that 10% or less variance, and that's required. There's no way around it. I mean, I've been the last 3 different meetings I've been to. Reapportionment is a really big topic. The commission will have 60 days to look at the data and come with a plan to us. Once we get it, we've got 60 days to review that plan, accept it, or revise it, which we have the authority to do. But this is the process that we have to have. This is a fiscal court appointment, not a judge appointment. So each of the magistrates, we've already discussed, you all need to come with some names hopefully next week, and we can get that appointed and get the ball rolling on this.
Next is Calendar Time, sponsored by McGoffin Farm Bureau, and Birthday Time. Birthday time really close to home. And that's birthday wishes for Douglas, dear old dad's birthday today. If you can catch him still long enough and see him, wish him a happy birthday. And on behalf of all of us, with lots of love, happy birthday to Dad. Happy birthday today to Douglas Mortimer. Birthday wishes tonight as well. 18th birthday wishes going out to Olivia Grace Atkins. Mammy and Pappy wish you the best. Olivia Grace lives over in Leander, and it's her 18th birthday. And for Mammy and Pappy, happy birthday to you. Free ice cream and spaghetti. Yep, come and eat a meal and some dessert, maybe in any order you so choose, with friends at the Mountain of Hope Baptist Church. They'll start this Saturday morning at 11, go to about 2, and that's, of course, the top of the Ivington Hill. All free, all good. Come by and spend a little time with some friends at Mountain of Hope Baptist Church. Again, Saturday morning, starting at 11 o'clock. This Saturday, starting at 6 o'clock in the evening, will be the next Massagersville Masonic Lodge Horse Show. It is just $5 to get in. If you're 13 or older, everyone else gets in for free. It's a great price point for a great deal of fun. It's going to be a wonderful day. Great concessions and a great venue. They put a lot of efforts into remodeling and redoing the facility there down on 460, and it will be a good time. And 30 classes, and some big prizes. With another big time to be had next week at Vacation Bible School at the Sayersville First Baptist Church, Monday through Thursday of next week, 5:45 to 8 o'clock. They hope that you will join them for Vacation Bible School. That's, of course, there, Big Red Church across in the Ramey Park. Call 349-6276 if you have any questions, and they hope that you will join them in following Jesus Changes the Game. That said, that's all I got. Here's your link to get announcements like these on the show, birthdays and anniversaries too, and in the Independent. For now, I'll be right back with the rest of the show. And Kennedy Stacy coming up soon. Spring has more than sprung in the seasonal shop. It literally hits you in the face when you walk in with all the beautiful, vibrant colors, wall to wall to wall to wall with new arrivals. And they're happy to announce the return of their customer favorite, the deal of the day. Just follow them on Facebook for updates. And they're fully stocked on the wildly popular Capri Blue Volcano line, candles, Reed diffusers, car fresheners, and body products. And their women's clothes are the most gorgeous collections and pieces they've ever had. Find the perfect outfit for any occasion, special event, or just lounging around the house. And home decor for patio, indoor, outdoor. The choices are unlimited. And let them help you with a bridal or baby registry. They will put together the perfect table with your choices and let your friends and family shop for you. Call, or better yet, come by Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy. The convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service. And the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Fraser's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that.
Tired of long-term commitment plans? Then Appalachian Wireless has the new plans for you. No credit check, no contracts, and most of the features are postpaid. It's Forward Pay, the simpler way to do wireless on the region's premier cellular provider. And it starts as low as $19.99 per month for unlimited talk and text. At 5 gigabytes of data for only $29.99 per month. Or at 10 gigabytes of data for only $39.99 per month. Or go with unlimited data starting at $64.99 per month with 25 gigabytes of high-speed data before being throttled. Because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
2 locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sagersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sayersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
Welcome to Hope Family Podiatry Center, where we take care of all of your podiatric needs.
Located on the Parkway next to Hope Pediatrics. Before I take you to the McGough County High School for yesterday's ceremony, let me take you now to the Middle Fork Fire Department via some video that our friend and Middle Fork Fire Department member J.R. Rouse sent in earlier. I asked for some video. I got video and commentary, no surprise there. But they are going to be doing something tomorrow. They're working very hard all evening to get it ready. And it's going to be a distribution that they hope to do at least monthly in partnership, not only with the fire department, but the Christian Appalachian Project, as well as the Lakefront Church of God.
The Christian Appalachian truck has arrived at the Middle Fork Fire Department. A truckload of goods to be distributed out to the community with the through the Middle Fork Fire Department, and the Lakefront Church down there is doing it together. They are helping us, and hopefully stuff will be ready to be distributed tomorrow. It'll be first come, first serve. We will have it divided up for people, and everybody come out and get what you can. It's for the community. We try to help the community out because they help us out all the time.
So what's in the boxes? Well, that's a good question. That's a very fair question. They were only starting to get them opened and assessed just shortly after these videos were taken. I know there's a pallet or so of each of popcorn, everything from Slim Jims to Propel, the energy drink or dehydration drink, if you will, and a number of other things, everything from food, perishable items to patio-type furnishings and just all sorts of things, like nearly a full, if not, tractor-trailer load that was being emptied today, gone through, bagged up, and they will start distributing this to the county tomorrow, the community, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning at the Middle Fork Fire Department. There you see, looks like a pallet of some drinks, maybe. They're going to be working hard all night long just to get this stuff ready for distribution tomorrow. So if you're in need of any of this, please stop by. That's why they're there. They hope that you will, and they hope to see you, and they hope to have all this cleared out by, well, hopefully pretty early tomorrow. There you can see a lot of stuff to get together and get out, starting again at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we'll be talking with them soon, but they are hoping this partnership is going to be something that they're going to be doing on a somewhat of a regular basis. Now, it's to the Montgomery County High School. What a thrilling ride. And as Coach Williams said yesterday, it's a ride that we all went on with her in watching, either via the internet streaming services or for the friends and family who traveled along with her. Regardless, we all took that ride with her, that being Kennedy Stacy, who, of course, graduated from the Montgomery County High School and who is, of course, now a national champion after she and the Pioneers of Trancey won the D3 championship, a goal that I can only attempt to imagine how hard they worked for and how hard and fast they set their minds on to achieve. But they did just that. And towards the latter part of the story, you'll see that they've got another very similar goal in mind for the upcoming season, and Kennedy is going to be a part of that one too. In a room full of administrators, coaches, fellow student athletes, family, and friends, Montgomery County High School took time out yesterday to pay honor to our own national champion, Kennedy Stacy, whose record-breaking, setting season with the Lady Pioneers at Transylvania University captivated an audience from around the nation, around Kentucky, around a small community, which is very proud and privileged to call her one of their own.
We sometimes subconsciously put a ceiling on what we expect or think someone might achieve and what might become a reality for them. For instance, we don't expect everybody to walk away and be a rock star someday. And frankly, we don't expect one of our student athletes to someday be a part of a team and a strong contributing member of a team who becomes national champions on any level. But we're fortunate that one of the students who used to walk our hallways, one of the athletes who used to walk our hallways, that has happened, that has become a reality. And I think it speaks to and is emblematic of the fact that we shouldn't put limits. We shouldn't put limits on what we might accomplish someday and what we might be a part of someday. And if you're a senior here, raise the ceiling high.
For Coach Justin Williams, his first year of coaching was Kennedy's senior year at Montgomery County High School, but he was just as impressed with Kennedy from day one as he is now.
Every team that I've had since that first year will be able to tell you, I might not be good at X's and O's, I might not be good at game time decisions, but I'm really good about talking about Kennedy Stacy. See, they're nodding their heads. There's not a week goes by that I don't tell a Kennedy Stacy story. A lot of times there's not a practice that doesn't go by that I don't tell a Kennedy Stacy story, because Kennedy is a special person. She was a special player. And just to say a few things about Kennedy, you can be the best player on the team, you can be the greatest athlete on the team, but if you don't learn how to lead others, then you'll have difficulty on team sports. I still marvel at what I saw Kennedy do as a leader that first year. When we were preparing for our district tournament game against Sheldon Clark, came up with a crazy idea that to combat their 1-2-2 zone, we were going to use Kennedy as a decoy. That if Kennedy would work hard and cut through the zone and occupy the defense, it would open up things for everybody else. And Kennedy bought in on that. Now Kennedy could have sulked up and said, no, I want to shoot every shot. I don't want to be a decoy. I'm the 15th region player of the year. What do you mean making me a decoy? But she did it willingly. She probably still remembers the practices. Put a minute and 45 on the clock and she would have to cut and move the entire time. But what happened when we got in the game? The first part of the game, in the first half, Shea hits 2 threes in the first quarter. Red hits 2 threes. Barnett hits open jumpers at the free throw line. And people who don't know anything about the game of basketball would just think that they were just wide open by chance. But we knew what was going on. Kennedy was occupying all 5 Sheldon Clark Cardinals at the time. and it was opening up shots for her teammates. And you know who the happiest person in the gym was when her teammates hit the shots? Kennedy was. And that set up I think the greatest basketball play that I ever saw or was a part of was we were down 3 with 6.5 seconds to go. I sent the clip to Kennedy today. Down 3, ball's on the other side of the court. And in the timeout, I draw up a play for Kennedy to get the ball, outrun. Here's what good coaching is. Kennedy, you get the ball here, you outrun everybody else to the other end of the court, and then if they don't guard you, shoot it, and if they guard you, make a decision. That's the play, wasn't it? And she caught the ball on a run. 3 dribbles down, the defender comes up to her and she passes the ball to Macy Thacker in the corner. She hits a 3 as the buzzer sounds. We go to overtime, and we end up winning in overtime. It was the right play. Win, lose, or draw, that was the right play. But what really sticks out in my mind is Kennedy fouled out with 1:35, 1:40 to go in overtime. And at that moment, she could have made that all about herself. She could have sulked, she could have complained, she could have been mad, she could have acted terribly and pouted. But when she stepped to the other side of that court, she became the biggest cheerleader our players had. She became another assistant coach on the bench. And that image of her and Red holding each other and cheering on their teammates during that overtime period is etched in my mind as what you want, not just as a teammate, but what you want from a leader. You know, and I think this past season for her, in many ways, we took that journey vicariously with her. And what a journey she took us on. An undefeated regular season. 13 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 3 assists a game, over 2 steals a game, Conference Defensive Player of the Year. And then she took us on a ride through the postseason tournament. Through her play, she took us to Connecticut to the Final Four, and then she took our little community through her to Dallas. There was a sense of pride that when she climbed up that ladder and she cut that net, that was us doing that with her. And I think we owe her a debt of gratitude for that. She's represented us well.
And as a small resemblance of that gratitude, Kennedy was presented with what will hang in her alma mater's gymnasium here at Montgomery County High School, as well as what will be present, not just on her wall, but a copy of which in the trophy case outside the gym.
Kennedy Stacy, 2023 Division III National.
When it really sank in that you and your team were going to take home and bring home the championship, what kind of emotions or thoughts ran through your body?
I honestly felt like everything was just numb. Like, I remember one of my teammates, Lakin Ball, she was standing on the free throw line, and she was like, "Hey, what's the score? Like, what's going to happen if I miss this free throw?" And I'm like, "You're not going to miss it. You're going to make it, and we're going to win. We're ahead by 4 right now." Because it was hard to find the score. I mean, you look up, it's not in the center of the court on the ceiling, and it's just like floating around the bleachers. So I'm like, we're good. We're good. Make it or miss it. We're going home with a national championship.
Have you come to that realization that you are, going to maybe open some doors or something like that for some other student athletes coming up?
I'm not going to say that it was my plan, but yeah, I hope that I am an inspiration to all the younger kids and open some doors for them to go do bigger and better things outside of Salyersville, you know.
And even if there was the smallest, most minuscule chance that she hadn't done that already, which she obviously has, she's going to get another chance to do just that. That's right. I am so thrilled to tell you and announce that Kennedy is taking full advantage of her 5th year of eligibility. It might be her toughest year of classwork yet for her degree, but she's back.
I'll be playing basketball again and going to school at Transy, and I will graduate next May. And then after that, PA school. Hopefully that's at UK, but I'm not for sure yet.
But what she is sure of, what her heart and her mind are set on already,
Obviously, coming out of a perfect season, it's not going to be easy if we do lose a game, but I think that we have our goals and they're set pretty high. And I think that we're going to come back. We're only losing one teammate, so all of us will be back. And I think we're going to do it again.
and I thanked her personally, but let me do it again. Thank you, Kennedy, for sitting down and giving me some time. I greatly appreciate it, and we look forward to watching you as you continue on. Again, I thanked her in person, but again, let me say thank you, Kennedy, for your time and allowing me to do that story, and we look forward to many more in the future. With that said, I'll remind you in the next just few weeks, because it's already the 18th day of May, but of course, Walnut Festival is coming up later on in the fall, but they're having a fundraiser for that actually on June the 9th at the Sayersville Dairy Queen. The Royalton Community Council will get 10% of the profits on that date. I'll remind you when that gets closer, but Saturday, June the 17th, they're having their first annual Royalton Community Trader Day, inviting everyone out to their first annual event, having vendors there who can set up tables for all sorts of things and anything, front porch picking, door prizes, and a whole lot of other things, and that is going to be at the Battlefield Park, again, June the 17th. I'll remind you, and we're actually talking about with all of our laser engravings and the bourbon barrel items that we're doing here that are for sale. If you ever need a really unique gift, please come in, but as well, we hope to be a part of that in more ways than one. I'll remind you again. And here's the better days in our Licking Valley RECC outlook. Looking at tomorrow, another nice day with a lot of sunshine, more so than today, I believe, and hovering again in the upper 70s. Here it is, a beautiful evening to enjoy, and I hope you all get to do just that. If you do, it will be ultimately in about 51 degrees, partly cloudy skies, a 20% chance of showers and storms before 9. Nothing on the immediate radar right now, I am glad to tell you. And nothing headed our way, it seems. There were a few showers a few minutes ago, traveling over Martin, headed into Pike County, but they were to our east and moving northerly. So no harm, no foul tonight, but we'll leave that 20% chance of showers on there to cover all bases, right? For your Friday, mostly sunny, all beautiful, 78 degrees. A light southeast wind tomorrow will accompany a lot of sunshine and some nice mild air. Tomorrow night, we've been talking about a cold front coming. Mainly 11 o'clock, midnight tomorrow night's when it will start to work its way, I think, into the area. Clouds will start to increase tomorrow night, be mostly cloudy in the upper 50s during the overnight, and a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms after, say, 11 or 12. And those shower and storm chances will linger and hang on into your Saturday. How long? Well, right now, likely before 3, but continued chances up until maybe 6 or 7. I think we'll see partly sunny skies for your Saturday. 72 degrees, a bit cooler as a result of that front. And some shower and thunderstorm chances that we'll try to pinpoint a little better tomorrow, but not a major washout right now. It does not seem as though. For your Sunday, 76 sunny degrees. A little fog in the AM to start it off, but that's nothing to fret. 48 degrees, another night in the 40s after we see one Saturday night, Sunday as well. But again, sunny, 76 for the latter half of your weekend. Starting off next week, just in case you're really worried about Monday right now. Nope. 79, sunny, and a little bit of fog. 81, sunny, no fog. 82, sunny. 83, sunny. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. A nice run of some very calm, dry, sunny skies, clear skies at night, except for a foggy morning on Monday. After that, we're going to roll right on through the week, and hopefully thereafter getting to that spring and, dare I say, summer-like weather that some folks are yearning for to stick around for a while. And again, happy birthday, Dad. See you in a few. For everyone else, see you hopefully back here tomorrow night for more of Your News Today. Remember, graduation tab in the Sayersville Independent. Get one. Get a subscription if you can. Prices, I have alluded to it on a few times, but we are losing money just to print the paper and deliver it. And that's been ongoing for all newspapers for years, but it's getting worse to the point someday we're going to have to raise subscription rates and the 50-cent fee at the newsstand. So for now, get it while you can, as cheap as you can at least, and we'll try to forego that for as long as possible. But it's just one of those things that we're going to have to sit down and take a hard look at sometime, hopefully with all of your understanding and continued support. With that, that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye.